न हि देहभृता शक्यं त्यक्तुं कर्माण्यशेषतः यस्तु कर्मफलत्यागी स त्यागीत्यभिधीयते. In this verse, Krishna explains that for someone living in a body, it is impossible to completely give up all actions entirely. As long as one has a body, actions are necessary for survival and responsibilities. However, the person who gives up attachment to the results of their actions is considered a true renunciant. Krishna emphasizes that renunciation does not mean avoiding all actions, but rather letting go of the desire for rewards and outcomes. This teaching highlights that true renunciation lies not in abandoning actions, but in acting without selfish motives or attachments to results. अनिष्टमिष्टं मिश्रं च त्रिविधं कर्मणः फलं भवत्यत्यागिनां प्रीत्य न तु सन्न्यासिनां क्वचित्. In this verse, Krishna explains the types of results that come from actions: Anishta, Ishta and Mishra. These are the three kinds of outcomes that people experience from their actions. Krishna says that these results affect those who have not fully renounced the attachment to the fruits of their actions. However, for true renunciants who have completely given up attachments to the outcomes of their work, these results do not affect them. The key message here is that those who are attached to the fruits of their actions will experience both good and bad results, while true renunciants remain free from these consequences as they have surrendered their attachment to both success and failure. Panchaitani mahabaho karanani nibodh me सांख्ये कृतान्ते प्रोक्तानि सिद्धये सर्वकर्मणाम्. In this verse, Krishna begins explaining the 5 factors that contribute to the success of any action. He addresses Arjuna as Mahabahu, emphasizing his strength and readiness for battle. Krishna says that according to the Sankhya philosophy, these 5 factors are necessary for the accomplishment of all actions. He invites Arjuna to understand these factors as he outlines them in the following verses. This sets the stage for Krishna to explain that action is not just the results of individual effort, but a combination of multiple elements, which he will describe next. Adhishtanan tatha karta karanai cha prithak vidham vividhascha prithak cheshta daivam chaivatra panchamam. In this verse, Krishna explains the 5 factors that contribute to any action's completion. Adhishtana, the base or foundation, meaning the body or the physical place where the action takes place. Karta, the doer. Karana, the instrument or tools used for the action. Cheshta, the various efforts or activities that are part of the action. Daivam, divine will or destiny. These 5 factors together are responsible for the accomplishment of any action. Krishna explains that understanding these causes helps us realize that no action is purely the result of individual effort. There are multiple forces at play. Shariram vagmanobhiryat karma prarabhate naraha jnanyam va viparitam va panchaite tasya hetavaha. In this verse, Krishna explains that whatever action a person begins, whether it is done through the body, speech or mind, and whether the action is right or wrong, the 5 causes he mentioned in the previous verse are always responsible for the outcome. These 5 causes, body, doer, senses, efforts and divine will, apply to all actions, regardless of their nature. Krishna emphasizes that understanding these factors help one realize that no action is solely a personal effort. It is the result of a combination of factors. Tatraivam sati kartaram atmanam kevalam tu yaha pashyatyakrita buddhitva nasa pashyati durmatihi. In this verse, Krishna explains that a person with an ignorant mind who lacks wisdom sees themselves as the sole doer of actions. Such a person believes that they alone are responsible for everything that happens without recognizing the 5 causes of action described earlier. Krishna emphasizes that this view is incorrect and comes from faulty thinking. The person who fails to see the bigger picture, including divine will and other factors influencing action, does not truly understand how actions work. This verse reminds that thinking we are the only cause of our success or failure is a limited and mistaken view. True wisdom lies in recognizing that many forces contribute to the results of our efforts. यस्य नाहङ्कृतो भावो बुद्धिर्यस्य न लिप्यते हत्वापि स इमान् लोकान् न हन्ति न निबध्यते. In this verse, Krishna explains the qualities of a liberated person who is free from ego and attachment. One who does not have a sense of ego or I in their actions, meaning they do not act with pride or selfishness. Their intellect remains unattached, meaning they are not affected by desires or the outcomes of their actions. Krishna says that such a person, even if they perform actions like killing, is not truly killing and is not bound by their actions. This doesn't mean that violence is justified, but emphasizes that a person who acts without ego, attachment, or selfish motives is spiritually free and unaffected by the results of their actions. In essence, when someone acts selflessly and with a pure heart, they transcend the consequences of their actions and remain unbound by karma. Jnane gyeyam parigyata trividha karma chodana karanam karma karteti trividha karma sangraha. In this verse, Krishna explains that three elements drive every action. These three factors, knowledge, the knower and the known, along with the instruments, action and doer, come together to form the complete structure of any action. Understanding this interplay helps us see that action is a complex process involving multiple elements beyond just the physical act. Jnanam karma cha karta cha tridhaiva gunabhedatah prochyate gunasankhyane yatha vritchunuthanyapi. In this verse, Krishna tells Arjuna that knowledge, action and the doer are each categorized into three types based on the qualities of nature. These three qualities are Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Krishna invites Arjuna to listen carefully as he will explain how each of these qualities influences knowledge, actions and the doer. By understanding these distinctions, one can better grasp the nature of their actions and how to cultivate a more balanced and pure life. This verse sets the stage for Krishna's detailed explanation of how the Gunas affect all aspects of life, from thoughts and knowledge to actions and the character of the doer. Sarvabhuteshu yenaikam bhavamavyayamikshate avibhaktam vibhakteshu tajjnano vidhi sattvikam. In this verse, Krishna describes Sattvic knowledge, which is the purest form of understanding. A person with Sattvic knowledge sees the one unchanging essence in all living beings. They see unity in diversity. Krishna explains that this type of knowledge is considered sattvic or pure as it leads to a deep understanding of the interconnectedness of all life and the underlying unity of creation. This wisdom fosters compassion, harmony, and selflessness.